Precisely.
Nor I.
3 eyes.
There we are.
Rich, shall we meet again?
3-1.
We were
Keith would
doing
never
other
want to
things.
be in it.
What?
I think he would like to.
Want to be in what?
Ellen Polyropoulos, Greek director,
Oh, okay, yeah, so.
No,
directed Peter in this production. Keith, Richard and I had seen it at KCC in their big kitchen cafeteria
KCC?
Yeah.
Oh,
up on the hill.
Yeah, it's impressive.
Not down where the library was, where we,
yeah, I've never seen your theater over there.
yeah, well, I wouldn't call it a theater, it's a cafeteria. Chairs were more like benches. or
Lear
something.
in the
Something.
cafeteria.
Yeah.
Are we,
Uh,
are we starting somewhere else?
You can start with, meantime, we shall express.
Line 35.
Oh, okay. Didn't know that.
Oh, okay, skipping ahead to that. Okay. Meantime, we shall express our darker purpose. Give me the map there. Know that we have divided in 3 our kingdom, and 'tis our fast intent to shake all cares and business from our age, conferring them on younger strengths, while we, unburdened, crawl toward death. Our son of Cornwall, and you, our no less loving son of Albany, will have the hour in constant will to publish our daughter's several dowers, that future strife may be prevented now. The 2 great princes, France and Burgundy, great rivals in our youngest daughter's love, long in our court have made their amorous sojourn. And here are to be answered. Tell me, my daughters, since now we will divest us both of rule, interest of territory, cares of state, which you shall, we say, doth love us most, that we our lover's bounty shall extend, where nature doth with our merit challenge. Goneril, our eldest daughter, speak first.
Daughter. Sir, I do love you more than word can wield the matter. Dearer than eyesight, space, and liberty. Beyond what can be valued rich or rare. No less than life with grace, health, beauty, honor. As much as a child e'er loved or father found, a love that makes breast poor and speech unable. Beyond all matters, so much I love you.
What shall Cordelia speak? Love and be silent.
Of all these bounds, even from the line to this, with shadowy forests and with champaigns reached, with plenteous rivers and wide-skirted meads, we make thee lady. To thine and Albany's issues be this perpetual. What says our second daughter, our dearest Regan, wife of Cornwall? Speak.
I am made of that self-metal as my sister, and prize me at her worth. In my true heart, I find she names my very deed of love, only she comes too short, that I profess myself an enemy to all other joys, which the most precious square of sense possesses, and I find I am alone felicitate in your dear highness's love. Then poor Cordelia, and yet not so, since I am sure my love's more ponderous than my tongue.
To thee and thine hereditary ever remain the simple third of our fair kingdom, no less in space, validity, and pleasure than that conferred on Goneril. But now our joy, although our last and least to show our young love, 'tis the vines of France and milk of Burgundy, strive to be interstressed. What can you say? What can you say to draw a third more opulent than your satire? Sisters, speak.
Nothing, my lord.
Nothing.
Nothing.
How nothing will come of nothing? Speak again.
Unhappy that I am, I cannot heave my heart into my mouth. I love your majesty according to my bond, no more or less.
How, Cordelia? Mend your speech a little, lest you may mar your fortness.
Good my lord,
Fortunes.
you have begot me, bred me, loved me. I return these duties back as our right fit. Obey you, love you, and most honor you. Why have my sisters husbands if they say they love you all? Happily, when I shall wed, that lord whose hand must take my plight shall carry half my love with him, half my care and duty. Sir, I shall never marry like my sisters. To love my father all.
But goes thy heart with this?
Ay, my good lord.
So young and so untender?
So young, my lord, and true.
Well, let it be so. Thy truth, then, be thy dower. For by the sacred radiance of the sun, the mysteries of Hecate and the night be all operation of the truths of the oaths, from whom we shall exist and cease to be. Here I disclaim all my paternal care, propinquity and property of all blood, and as a stranger to my heart and me, hold thee from this forever. The barbarous Scythian, or he that makes the generation messes to gorge his appetite, shall be to my bosom be as well neighbored, pitied, and relieved as thou, my sometime daughter.
Good, my liege.
Peace can't come not between the daughter and his wrath, dragon and his wrath. I loved her the most. I thought to set my rest on her kind nursery. Hence, and avoid my sight. So be my grave my peace, and here I give her daughter's heart from her. Call France. Who stirs? Call Burgundy. Cornwall and Burgundy. With my two daughters' dowers digest this third. Let pride, who she calls plainness, marry her. I do invest you jointly with my power, preemptiveness, and all the large effects that troop with majesty. Ourself, by monthly course, with reservation of 100 nights, by you be sustained, shall our abode make with you our due turn. Only we shall retain the name and all that the addition to a king, the sway, revenue, the execution of the rest, beloved sons, be yours, which to confirm the coronet part between you.
Royal Lear, whom I have ever honored as my king, loved as my father, as my master followed, as my great patron, thought on in my prayers.
The bow is bent and drawn, and make from the shaft.
Let it fall. Rather, though the fork invade the region of my heart, Be Kent unmannerly with, and Lear is mad. What wouldst thou do, old man? Thinkest thou that duty shall have dread to speak when power to flattery bows? To plainness honor bound when majesty falls to folly? Reserve thy state, and in thy best consideration check this hideous rashness. Answer my life, my judgment. Thy youngest daughter does not love thee least, nor are those empty-hearted whose low sounds reverb no hollowness.
Kent, on this life, no more.
My life I never held but as a pawn to wage against thine enemies, nor fear to lose it, thy safety being motive.
Out of my sight.
See better, Lear, and let me still remain the true blank of thine eye.
Now, by Apollo!
Oh, by Apollo, king, thou swearest thy God in vain.
Oh, vassal, miscreant,
Dear sir, forbear.
Kill thy physician, and the fee bestow upon the foul disease. Revoke thy gift, or whilst I can vent clamor from my throat, I tell thee thou dost evil.
hear me, miscreant, on thy allegiance, hear me, that thou hast sought to make us break our views, which we durst never yet, and with strained pride to come betwixt our sentences and our power. No, not will you tender here, lest... Oh, wait a minute.
Which nor are you?
Oh, I'm sorry. I read the wrong part.
Fifth line down in my speech.
Okay. Right, noble Burgundy.
Which now are nature,
Which one?
which now
Which, it's line 170.
70.
170.
Oh. I
which
completely
nor
apologize.
our nature,
That's okay.
rather.
$170. Hear me, miscreant, with your blood, which we durst never yet, and with strained pride, to come betwixt our sentences and our power, which nor our mere nature, nor do our place can hear. Our potency make good. Take thy reward. 5 days do we all allot thee for our provisions to heal, to shield, and from thee disasters of the world. And on the 6th to turn the hated back upon our kingdom, if on the next day following thy banished trunk be found on our dominions. The moment is thy death. Away! By Jupiter, this shall be not be revoked.
Fare thee well, king. Sith thus thou wilt appear, freedom lives hence, and banishment is here. The gods to their dear shelter take thee, maid, that justly thinkest and hath most rightly said. And your large speeches may your deeds approve, that good effect may spring from words of love. Thus Kent, O princess, bids you all adieu. He'll shape his old course in a country new.
Da-da, 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 da-da-da-da-da. And here's France, and Burgundy, my noble lord.
My lord of Burgundy, we first address toward you, who with this king hath rivaled for our daughter. What in the least will you require in the present dower with her, or else your quest of love?
Well,
Yo, Burgundy.
No Burgundy? Most royal majesty, I crave no more than half your highness offer, nor will you tender less. Less?
Right, noble Burgundy. When she was dear to us, we did hold her so. But now her prince is fallen, her price is fallen. Sir, there she stands. If aught within the if thought within that little seeming substance, or all of it, with our displeasure priced, pierced, and nothing more, may filthy, no, fitly like your good grace. She's there, and she is yours.
I know no answer.
Sir, will you, with your affirmities, takes, she
O's?
owes, unfriended with new adopted to our king, to our heir, hate, dowered with our nurse and strangered with our oath. Take her or leave her.
Pardon me, royal sir. Election makes not up in such conditions.
Then leave her, sir. For by the power that made me, I tell you, all her wealth. For you, great king, I would have your love make such a stray to match with you your hate. Therefore be with you, beseech you to avert your liking a more worthier way than on a wretch whose nature is ashamed almost to acknowledge hers.
'Tis most strange that she, whom even now was your best object, the argument of your praise, balm of your age, the best, the dearest, should in this thrice of time commit a thing so monstrous to dismantle so many folds of favor. Sure her offense must be of such a natural degree that monsters it, or your fair forevouched affection fall into taint, which to believe of her must be a faith that reason without miracle should never plant in me. Was it Cordelia? I yet beseech your majesty, if I want that glib and oily art, to speak and purpose not, since what I well intend, I'll do it before I speak, that you make known it is no vicious blot, murder or foulness, no unchaste action or dishonored step that hath deprived me of your grace and favor, but even for want of that for which I am richer, still soliciting eye and such a tongue that I'm glad I have not, though not to have it, hath lost me in your liking.
Go to.
No, better thou.
But you got it. He got it.
Better thou's not been born there than not to have pleased me better.
Is it but this? A tardiness in nature, which often leaves the history unspoke, that it intends to do? My lord of Burgundy, what say you to the lady? Love's not love when it is mingled with regards that stand aloof from the entire point. Will you have her? She is herself a dowry.
O royal king, give but that portion which yourself proposed, and here I take Cordelia by the hand. Duchess of Burgundy.
Nothing. I have sworn, I am firm.
Okay. I'm sorry then that you have so lost a father that you must also lose a husband.
Peace be with Burgundy. Since that report and fortunes are his love, I shall not be his wife. Fairest Cordelia, that art most rich being poor, most choice forsaken, and most loved despised. These and thy virtues here I seize upon. Be it lawful I take up what cast away. Gods, 'tis strange that from the coldest neglect my love should kindle to inflamed respect. The dowerless daughter, king, thrown to my chance, is queen of us, of ours, and our fair France. Not all the dukes of waterish Burgundy can buy this unprized precious maid of me. Bid them farewell, Cordelia. Though unkind, thou losest here a better where to find.
Thou hast her, France. Let her be thine, for we has no such daughter, nor such ever shall ever see that the face of hers again. Therefore, be gone, without our grace, our love, our benison. Come, noble Burgundy.
Bid farewell to your sisters. The jewels of our father with washed eyes, Cordelia leaves you. I know you what you are, and like a sister I am most loath to call your false as they are named. Love well our father, to your professed bosoms I will commit him. But yet, alas, stood I within his grace, I would prefer him to a better place. So farewell to you both. Prescribe us not our duty.
Let your study be to contend your lord, who hath received you as fortune's alms. You have obedience scanted, and well are worth the want that you have wanted.
Time shall unfold what plighted cunning hides. Who covers faults at last with shame derides. Well may you prosper. Come, my fair Cordelia.
Sister, it is not a little that I have to say of what most nearly appertains to us both. I think your father will hence tonight.
That's most certain, and with you, next month with us.
You see how full of changes his age is. The observation we have made of it hath not been little. He always loved our sister most, and with what poor judgment he hath now cast her off appears too grossly.
'Tis the infirmity of his age, yet he hath ever but slenderly known himself.
The best and soundest of his time hath been but rash. Then we must look from his age to receive not alone the imperfections of long engrafted condition, but wherewithal the unruly waywardness of that infirm and choleric years bring with them.
Such unconstant starts are like to have from him as this of Kent's banishment.
There is a further compliment of leave-taking between France and him. Pray you let us hit together. If our father carry authority with such disposition as he bears, this last surrender of his will but offend us.
We shall further think of it.
We must do something, and in the heat. Is this scene two?
Scene two, yeah, yeah.
I have it. Let me see. Let me see something. I just want to see who's talking to. 'Cause I'm talking to myself.
Edmund
Okay, I have it.
is the rival, the evil
Oh, goody.
son of Gloucester.
Thou, nature, art my goddess. To thy law my services are bound. Wherefore should I stand on the plague of custom and permit the curiosity of nations to deprive me? For that I am some 12 or 14 moonshines lag of a brother? Why, bastard, wherefore base? When my dimensions are as well compact, my mind is generous and my shape is true, as honest madams issue. Why brand they us with baseness, bastardy, base, who in the lusty stuff of nature take more composition and fierce quality than doth within a dull, stale, tired bed? Go to the creating of a whole tribe of fops. Go tween asleep and wake. Well then, legitimate Edgar, I must have your land. Our father's love is to the bastard Edmund, as to the legitimate, fine word legitimate. Well, my legitimate, if this letter speed and my invention thrive, Edmund the base shall top the legitimate. I grow, I prosper. Now gods, stand up for bastards.
Oh, you wicked. Kent banished this. Oh,
I'm gonna have to remember that line.
yes.
Stand up for bastards.
Put on the shirt.
Stand up for bastards. And France in a collar parted, and the king gone tonight. I subscribed his power
continued to exhibition. All this done upon the gad. Edmund? Oh no, what news?
So please your lordship, none.
Well, look, what about this? Why so earnestly seek you to put up that letter?
I know no news, my lord.
What paper were you reading?
Nothing, my lord.
Ah, well, no. What needed then that terrible dispatch of it into your pocket? The quality of nothing hath not so need to hide itself. Come, let's see. Come. It is be nothing. I shall not need spectacles.
I beseech you, sir, pardon me. It is a letter from my brother that I have not all o'erread, and for so much that as I have perused, I find it not fitting for your o'erlooking.
Give me the letter, sir.
I shall offend, either to detain or give it. The contents, as in part I understand them, are to blame.
Let's see.
I hope for my brother's justification. He wrote this but an essay or a taste of my virtue.
This policy and reverence of age makes the world bitter to the best of our times, keeps our fortune from us till our oldness cannot relish them. I begin to find an idle and fond bondage in the oppression of age tyranny, and who always this has always had power. It has suffered it and come to me, and that of this I may speak more. If our father would sleep until I waked him, you should enjoy half his revenue forever, and live the beloved of your brother Edgar. Conspiracy. Sleep till I waked him. You should have half of the revenue. My son Edgar, had he a hand to write this? A heart and brain to breathe it in? And what is this to you? Who brought it?
It was not brought me, my lord. There is the cutting of it. I found it thrown in the casement of my closet.
You know the character of your brothers?
If the matter were good, my lord, I durst swear it were his. But in respect of that, I would fain think it were not.
It is his.
It is his hand, my lord. But I hope his heart is not in the contents.
Has he never before sounded you in this business?
Never, my lord. But I have heard him oft maintain it to be fit that sons at perfect age and fathers declined, the father should be as ward to the son, and the son manage his revenue.
Oh, villain! He was his very opinion in the letter, and abhorred villain. Unnatural, detested, brutish villain. Worse than the brutish. Go, sirrah, seek him, and I'll apprehend him. Abominable villain. Where is he? Where be he?
I do not know well, my lord. If it shall please you to suspend your indignation against my brother till you can derive from him better testimony of his intent, you should run a certain course, where if you violently proceed against him, mistaking his purpose, it would make a great gap in your own honor, and shake in pieces the heart of his obedience. I dare pawn down my life for him, that he hath writ this to feel my affection to your honor, and to no other pretense of danger.
Think you so?
If your honor judge it meet, I will place you where you shall hear us confer of this, and by auricular assurance have your satisfaction, and that without any further delay than this very evening.
A little bit more.
Oh, that's what I have.
Pretense.
I
of
have
danger.
you. He cannot be such a monster.
Think you so? Oh, I'm sorry. If your honor judges, oh, that's your line. He cannot be such a monster.
Nor is not sure.
Well, to his father, that so tenderly and entirely loves him. Heaven and earth, Edmund, seek some not seek him out, and wind him unto him. Wind me unto him, I pray you. Frame the business after your own wisdom. I would unstate myself to be in a due resolution.
I will seek him, sir, presently. Convey the business, and I shall find means and acquaint you withal.
These late eclipses in the sun are more potential to good than to us. And blah, blah, blah. And Edmund, it shall be nothing to it, be carefully, and the noble and true-hearted Kent banished. His offense, honesty.
Should I do that too? Blah, blah, blah.
Oh, definitely.
This is an excellent foppery of the world that when we are sick in fortune,
Oh, definitely.
I could do that blah, blah, blah if you want to.
Yeah.
Skip ahead to an Edgar. Yeah, okay. Okay, we'll have enter Edgar.
What line are we on right now?
How now, brother
130,
Edmund?
130.
130,
And
okay.
Pat, he comes like a catastrophe of the old comedy. My cue is villainous melancholy, with a sigh like Tom O'Bidlin. Oh, these eclipses do portend these divisions. Fa sol la mi. So,
What am I, Edmund or Edgar? I forgot.
who has Edgar?
I have it.
Oh, you do?
I have one of the two brothers.
Well,
Yeah, Edgar, I've got that.
okay. Let me see how much we have more to read.
Enter Edgar.
Okay,
Shall
okay.
I read?
Sure.
How now, brother Edmund? What serious contemplation are you in?
I am thinking, brother, of a prediction I read this other day. What should follow these eclipses?
Do you busy yourself with that?
I promise you, the effects he writes of succeed unhappily, as if unnaturalness between the child and the parent. Dearth, disillusions of ancient amity,s divisions in state, menaces and maledictions against the king and nobles, needless difficulties, banishment of friends, dissipation of cohorts, nuptial breaches, and I know not what.
How long have you been a secretary astronomical?
When saw you my father last?
Then I'd gone by.
Spake you with him?
Aye, 2 hours together.
Parted you in good terms? Found you no displeasure in him by word or countenance?
None at all.
Bethink yourself wherein you may have offended him, and at my entreaty forbear his presence until some little time hath qualified the heat of his displeasure, which at this instant so rageth in him that with the mischief of your person it would scarcely allay.
Some villain hath done me wrong.
That's my fear. I pray you have a continent forbearance till the speed of his rage goes slower. And as I say, retire with me to my lodging, from whence I will fitly bring you to hear my lord speak. Pray ye go. There's my key. If you do stir abroad, go armed.
Armed, brother?
Brother, I advise you to the best. I am no honest man if there be no good meaning towards you. I have told you what I have seen and heard, but faintly, nothing like the image and horror of it. Pray you away.
Shall I hear from you anon?
I do serve you in this business.
Aha.
a credulous father and a brother noble, whose nature is far from doing harms, that he suspects none, and whose foolish honesty my practices shall ride easy. I see the business, let me, if not by birth, have lands by wit. All with me's meet that I can fashion fit.
On to 3, shake tree. Did my father strike my gentleman for chiding of his fool?
Aye, madam.
By day and night he wrongs me. Every hour he flashes into one gross crime or another that sets us all at odds. I'll not endure it. His nights grow riotous, and himself upbraids me on every trifle. When he returns from hunting, I will not speak with him. I say I am sick. And if come slack of former services, you shall do well. The fault of it I'll answer.
He's coming, madam. I hear him.
Put on what wary negligence you please, you and your fellows. I'd have it come to question. If he detestes it, let him to my sister, whose mind and mine I know are one. Not to be overruled. Idle old man that still would manage those authorities that he hath given away. Now, by my life, old fools and babes again, and must be used with checks as flatteries. And when they are seen abused, remember what I have said.
Very well, madam.
And let his knights have colder looks among you. What grows of it no matter, advise your fellows so. I would breathe from hence occasions, and I shall, that I may speak, I'll write straight to my sister to hold my very course. Go, prepare for dinner.
Yes, yes.
4.
If but as well as other accents borrow, that can my speech diffuse, my good intent may carry through itself to that full issue, for which I raise my likeness, now banished Kent. If thou canst serve when thou dost stand condemned, so may it come, thy master whom thou lovest shall find thee full of labors.
King
Lear.
King Lear.
Oh,
Oh. Let me see.
let me not stay at the jump for dinner. Go, get it ready.
One more.
How now? What art thou?
A man, sir,
Well, what dost thou profess? What wouldst thou with us?
I do profess to be no less than I seem, to serve him truly that will put me in trust, to love him that is honest, to converse with him that is wise and say little, to fear judgment, to fight when I cannot choose, and to eat no fish.
What art thou?
A very honest-hearted fellow, and as poor as the king.
Well, if thou beest as poor for a subject as he is for a king, thou art poor enough. What wouldst thou?
Service.
What wouldst thou serve?
You.
Dost thou know me, fellow?
No, sir, but you have that in your countenance which I would fain call master.
What's that?
Authority.
What services canst thou do?
I can keep honest counsel, ride, run, mar a curious tale in telling it, and deliver a plain message bluntly. That which ordinary men are fit for, I am qualified in, and the best of me is diligence.
Huh. How old art thou?
Not so young, sir, to love a woman for singing, nor so old to dote on her for anything. I have years on my back, 48.
Follow me. Thou shalt serve me. If I like thee, no worse off to dinner, I will not part from thee yet. Dinner? Oh, dinner! Where's my knave, my fool? Go you and call my fool hither.
Yes,
You, sirrah, where's my daughter?
Oh, go please you, sir.
What says the fellow there? Call the clodpole back.
Yes.
Where's my fool? Oh, I think the world's asleep.
Yes.
How now? Where's that mongrel?
He says, my lord, your daughter is not well.
Why came not the slave back to me when I called him?
Sir, he answered me in the roundest manner he would not.
He would not.
My lord, I know not what the matter is, but to my judgment your highness is not entertained with that ceremonious affection as you were wont. There's a great abatement of kindness appears as well in the general dependence as in the Duke himself also, and your daughter.
Ha! Sayest thou so?
I beseech you, pardon me, my lord, if I be mistaken. For my duty cannot be silent when I think your highness wronged.
Well, thou but remembered me of mine own conception. I have perceived most feigned neglect of late, or which I have rather blamed as mine own jealous curiosity than as a very pretense and purpose of unkindness. I will look further into it. But where's my fool? I have not seen him these 2 days.
Since my young lady is going into France, sir, the fool hath much pined away.
What? Pined away?
Yeah.
No more of that. I have noted it well. Can you go, you, and tell my daughter I would speak with her? Go you, and hither my fool. Oh, you, sir, you, come you hither, sir. Who am I, sir?
My lady's father.
My lady's father.
Yeah.
My lord's knave, you whoreson dog, you slave, you...
I am
Care-
none of them, my dear lord. I beseech your pardon.
Do you bandy looks with me, you rascal?
Ow! Oh no, I'll not be struck, my lord.
Trips him.
No trip, neither, you base football player.
Oh.
Well, I thank you, fellow. Thou servest me, and I'll leave thee.
Lovely.
Love 'em and leave 'em.
Wait a minute.
That's what happened.
That's what happened.
Come, sir, arise, away. I'll teach you differences. Away, if you will measure your lubbers. Length again, tarry, but away go to. Have your wisdom. So,
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Now, my friendly knave, I thank thee. There's earnest of thy service. Here.
let me hire him too. Here's my coxcomb.
How now, my pretty knave? How dost thou?
Sirrah, you were best. Take my coxcomb.
Why, fool? Oh,
Why? For taking one's part that's out of favor. Nay, and thou canst not smile as the wind sits. Thou catch cold shortly. Then take my coxcomb. Why, this fellow has banished two on's daughters, and did the third a blessing against his will. If thou follow him, thou must needs wear my coxcomb. How now, knuckle? Would I had 2 coxcomb and 2 daughters?
Why, my boy?
Well, if I gave them all my living, I'd keep my coxcomb myself. There's mine. Beg another of thy daughters.
She's coming.
Well, take heed, sirrah. The whip.
Truth's a dog must to the kennel. He must be whipped out. When lady the brach may stand by the fire and stink.
Pestilence, gall to me.
Sirrah, I'll teach thee a speech.
Do.
Mock it, knuckle. Have more than thou showest. Speak less than thou knowest. Lend less than thou owest. Ride more than thou goest. Learn more than thou trowest. Set less than thou throwest. Leave thy drink and thy whore, and keep in a door, and thou shalt have more than 2 tenths to a score.
Elegant.
Oh, this is nothing, fool. Then 'tis like the breath of an unfeed lawyer. You give me nothing for it. Can you make no use of nothing, knuckle?
Why, no, boy. Nothing can be made out of nothing.
Prithee, tell him so much the rent of his land comes to, and he will not believe a fool.
Or the bitter fool.
Dost thou know the difference, my boy, between a bitter fool and a sweet one?
No, lad, teach me.
That Lord that counselled thee to give away thy land, come place him here by me, do thou for him stand. The sweet and the bitter fool will presently appear, the one in motley here, the other found out there.
Reach the
Dost thou call me fool, boy?
All thy other titles thou hast given away, that thou wast born with. No, this is not altogether fool, my lord. No, faith. Lords and great men will not let me, if I had a monopoly, out. They would have part on it. Ladies, too. They will not let me have all the fool to myself. They'll be snatching. Knuckle, give me an egg, and I'll give thee 2 crowns.
What 2 crowns shall they be?
Why, after I have cut the egg, I the middle, and eat up the meat, the 2 crowns of the egg. When thou clovest the crown, I the middle, and gavest away both parts, thou borest thine ass on thy back over the dirt. Thou hadst little wit in thy bald crown when thou gavest thy golden one away. I speak like myself in this, let him be whipped, that first finds it so. Fools have never less grace in a year, for wise men are grown foppish and know not how their wits to wear. The manners are so apish.
When were you wont to be so full of these songs, sirrah?
I have used it, knuckle, ever since thou madest thy daughters thy mothers. For when thou gavest them the rod, and they puttest down thine own breeches, then they for sudden joy did weep, and I for sorrow sung. Such a king should play for me, and go the fools along. Prithee, uncle, keep a schoolmaster, that I could teach the fool to lie. I will fain thee learn to fly. Ha 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 ha.
Well,
You're gonna reach the third
Okay.
balcony.
prithee.
Lear,
And July.
Lear, after 175. It's a couple lines after that.
175.
Yeah, a
185.
couple.
No, it's before. There's a line
Oh, okay.
Glad we have.
And you,
72 or something.
And you lie, sirrah. We'll have you whipped.
I marvel. what kin thou and thy daughters are. They'll have me whipped for speaking true. They'll have me whipped for lying. And sometimes I'm whipped for holding my peace. I had rather be any kind of a thing than a fool. And yet I would not be thee, nuncle. Thou hast pared thy wit on both sides and left nothing in the middle. Oh, here comes one of the pairings.
How now, daughter? What makes that frontal?
Frontlet.
What makes that frontlet on? Methinks you are too much of the late in the frown.
Thou wast a pretty fellow when thou hadst no need to care for her frowning. Now thou art an O without a figure. I am better than thou art now. I am a fool. Thou art nothing. Yes, forsooth, I will hold my tongue till your face bids me. Though you say nothing, mum, mum, he that keeps no crust nor crumb, weary of all shall want some. That's a shield piece cod.
Not only, sir, this your all-in licensed fool, but other of your insolent retinue do hourly carp and quarrel, breaking forth in rank, not to be endured riots. Sir, I had thought by making this well known unto you to have found a safe redress, but now grow fearful by what yourself too late have spoke and done, that you protect this course and put it on by your allowance, which if you should, the faults would not scape censure, nor the redress sleep, which in the tender of a wholesome weal might in their working do you that office, which else were shame, that when necessity will call discreet proceeding.
For you know, nuncle, the head sparrow fed the cuckoo so long that it had its head bit off by its young. So out went the candle, and we were all left darkling.
Are you our daughter?
Come, sir, I would you make us use of your good wisdom, whereof I know you are fraught, and put away these dispositions, which of late transport you from what you rightly are.
May not an ass know when the cart draws the horse? Whoop! Judge, I love thee.
Act 1, Scene 4.
Did you ever meet Kanoa?
No.
I didn't. I'm
This is
Kanoa.
Richard.
Nice
Richard.
to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I believe I heard amazing things about you.
Yeah.
Yes.
We've been keeping them secret.
Under wraps.
It's a,
Alright.
He's a
what act are
professional
we in
actor.
now?
Oh, I apologize.
Yeah.
Act 1,
I have
Scene
Act
4.
1, Scene 4, line 170 something.
Not 170.
No.
210, 212.
Yeah, around 210.
Okay.
I just read line 230 in my book.
Oh, we got different numbers.
Well, we can't have that.
Whoa,
Mine is like 215.
slow down.
Lear comes in
Lear,
217.
does any here know me?
Oh, yes,
Are you our daughter? Or am I, is that right?
Next one.
What is this?
his eyes.
Oh, does anyone here know me?
Yeah.
Is that it? Oh.
That's right.
Why?
Keith,
This is not Lear.
she's playing with your.
Does Lear walk
I know.
thus and speak thus? Where are his eyes? Does his notion, weakness, or his discerning are letharged? Wow. Letharged?
Yeah.
Ha! Sleeping not waking? Sirks? Sure? 'Tis not so. Who is that can tell me who I am?
Lear's shadow.
I would learn that. For by the marks of sovereignty, knowledge, and reason, I should be false persuaded. I had daughters.
Which they will make an obedient father.
Your name, fair gentlewoman?
This admiration, sir, which is much other savor of other your new pranks, I do beseech you to understand my purpose aright. As you are old and reverend, should be wise.
What's the other one?
Here you do. Hello. I'm trying to pretend I'm a woman. Please,
You're doing great.
throwing me off.
Where's your skirt? Where's your wig?
You can tie this around your neck.
That's, thank you.
So well.
Here do you keep 100 knights and squires, men so disordered, so debauched and bold, that this our court, infected with their manners, shows like a riotous inn.
You're welcome.
Epicureanism and lust.
Some of those lines are not given to people.
Epicureanism lust makes it more like a tavern or a brothel than a graced palace. The shame itself doth speak for instant remedy. Be then it desired by her that else will take the thing she begs, a little to disquantity your train. And the remainders of that still depend to be such as men may be besort your age, which know themselves and you.
Darkness and devils.
Darkness and devils. Saddle my horses and call my train together. Degenerate bastards. I'll not trouble thee. Yet have I left a daughter.
You strike my people and your disordered rabble, make servants of their betters.
Woe that too late repents. Oh, sir, are you come? Is it your will? Speak, sir. Prepare my horses. In gratitude, thou marble-hearted friend, more hideous when thou dost show me thee in a child than a sea monster.
Pray, sir, be patient.
Detested kite, thou liest. My train are men of choice and rarest parts, that all particulars of duty know. That, excuse me, that in the most exact regard support the worships of their name. Oh, most small fault. How ugly dost thou in Cordelia show, which like an engine wretched my frame of nature were from the fixed place, due from my heart all love, and added to the gall. Oh, Lear, Lear, Lear! Beat at this gate, and let his folly know, and thy dear judgment out. Go, go, my people.
My lord, I am guiltless as I am ignorant of what hath moved you.
Here, nature, here, dear goddess, here suspend thy purpose. If thou didst intend to make this creature fruitful, into her womb convey sterility. Dry up in her organs of increase, and from her derogate body never spring a babe to honor her. If she must teem, create a child, of spleen, that it may live and be a thwart disnatured torment to her. Let it stamp wrinkled in her brow of youth, with cadent tears fret the channels in her cheeks, turn all her mother's pains and benefits to laughter and contempt, that she may feel how sharper than a serpent's tooth it is to have a thankless child. Away, away!
Now, gods that we adore, where of this come? This. Oh, never afflict yourself to know more of it, but let his disposition have that scope as dotage gives it. Dotage. Dotage. Lear.
Yes, hang on a second.
He has servants around him to clean him up.
Kalamayahu.
Yeah.
What? 50 of my followers at a clap within a fortnight?
What's the matter, sir?
Well, I'll tell thee. Life and death, I am ashamed that thou hast power to shake my manhood. Thus, that these hot tears which break from me perforce should make thee worth them. Blasts and fogs upon thee, the unintended wounding of thy father's curse, pierce every sense come about thee. O fond eyes, beweep this cause again. I'll pluck thee out. Pluck ye out. Come on. Okay. And cast you with the waters that you with you be with temper clay. Yes, is come to this? Ha! Let it be so. I have another daughter, who I'm sure is kind and comfortable. When she shall hear this of thee, and with her nails she'll flail the wolfish visage. Thou shalt find that I'll resume the shape which thou dost think I have cast off forever. Thou shalt, I warrant thee.
Do you mark that, my lord? I cannot be so partial, Jean. To the great love I bear you. To pray you content, come, sir, no more. What, Oswald? Ho! You, sir, more knave than fool after your master.
Nuncle Lear, tarry, take the fool with thee. A fox, when one has caught her, and such a daughter, should sure to the slaughter, if my cap would buy a halter, so the fool follows after.
This man hath good counsel, 100 knights. 'Tis politic and safe to keep him. At point 100 knights, yes, that on every dream, each buzz, each fancy, each compliment, dislike, he may guard his dotage with their powers and hold our lives in mercy. Oswald, I say. Well, you may have fear too far. Safer than to trust too far. Let me take away the harms I fear, not fear still to be taken. I know his heart. What he hath uttered I have writ my sister. If she sustains him and his 100 knights, when I have showed unfitness. Oh, I'm interrupted by Oswald.
Yeah.
When I have showed the unfitness.
I am so lost.
No, but you still gotta say how
I am
now.
so lost.
I don't know Oswald.
How now, Oswald? What have you writ that letter to my sister?
Act 1, Scene 5.
Oswald.
I think so.
Who be Oswald?
Yo,
I be Oswald, but I don't know.
you just entered.
I got totally lost.
You
Act
got
2, what?
328.
You
No,
said
Act
how
1,
now, Oswald.
Act 2, Act 3, what?
How now?
You gotta hear, madam, and I go, how now, Oswald? What have you written that letter to
Do
my...
you know what act you're in?
Act
Act
1,
4,
Scene 4.
Act 1, Scene 4, yeah.
Act 1, Scene 4. Thank you very much.
Now that question to you
One,
is,
two,
where
four,
are you?
5. No wonder I'm lost.
Shall I take it for you?
Up to the intermish.
Mm.
Act 1, Scene 4. Here you go. What do you want?
Would you like to take that line? Jim?
I have none of these. Is that correct?
Nope.
Is that the one you want?
Nope.
No? Speak.
It's
Yes.
two words.
328-ish, according to this
I
one.
have no numbers
Oh,
on
well,
these.
So shall I take it
Mm.
for you?
Count. 1, 2. Yeah, go for it.
Aye, madam.
Here, how now?
I've cut this scene.
Take your sane company and away to horse. Inform her full of my particular fear, and thereto add such reasons of your own as may compact it more. Get you gone, and hasten your return. No, no, my lord, this milky gentleness and course of yours, though I condemn it not, yet under pardon you are much more attasked for want of wisdom than praised for harmful mildness. How far your eyes may pierce I cannot tell. Striving to better, oft we mar what's well. Nay, then, well, well, viven. Act 5?
Scene 5.
Scene 5, excuse me.
Good, let's go on to
Enter
Act
Lear,
5.
Kent.
I have no clue.
Okay.
And rule.
Go you before to Gloucester with these letters. Acquaint my daughter with no further with anything that you know that comes from her husband, her demand out of the letter. If your diligence be not speedy, I shall be there afore you.
I will not sleep, my lord, till I have delivered your letter. If a man's brain were in his heels, were it not in danger of kipes,
Aye, boy.
then I prithee be merry. Thy wit shall not go slipshod.
Ha, ha, ha.
Shall. See, thy other daughter will use thee kindly. For though she's as like this as a crab, like an apple, yet I can tell what I can tell.
Why, what canst thou tell, my boy?
She will taste as like this as a crab does to a crab. Thou canst tell why one's nose stands in the middle of one's face.
No.
Why, to keep one's eyes of either side nose. That's what a man cannot smell out. He may spy into.
I did her wrong.
Canst tell how an angel makes his shell?
No.
Oh, nor I neither. But I can tell why a snail has a house.
Why?
Why to put a head in, not to give it away to his daughters. And leave his horns without a case.
Well, I will forget my nature, so kind a father. Be my horses ready?
Thy asses are gone about him. The reason why the 7 stars are no more, the 7 is a pretty reason.
Because they are not 8?
Yes, indeed. Oh, thou would make a good fool.
To take it again, perforce? Monster ingratitude.
If thou wert my fool, uncle, I'd have thee beaten for being old before thy time.
How's that?
Thou shouldst not have been old till thou hadst been wise.
Well, let me not be mad. Not mad. Oh, sweet heaven. I would not be mad. Keep me in temper.
Okay.
I would not be mad.
Ready, my lord.
How now?
No, come
Are
back.
the horses ready?
Ah, ready, my lord.
Well, come, boy.
She that's a maid now and laughs at my departure shall not be a maid long unless things be cut shorter.
As you have noticed, we are now finally to Act 2.
Yay, Act 2.
I have
an
faith.
hour late.
Act two. What we're gonna do.
Now we can either take a break or we can go on to Act 3 where the storm comes.